Dear students, we will discuss physical and chemical properties of ethers. First, physical state. Most of the ethers are volatile liquids due to the very less boiling points. Okay, then we will discuss about the boiling points and melting points of ethers. Boiling points and melting points of ethers lower than the concerned alkanes, due to the low polarity between carbon and oxygen bond. Okay, here first you take one alkane, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is the propane. And here I am taking one more molecule, dimethyl ether. Here I am taking ethyl alcohol. Almost all these three are having same molecular weight. This is alkane, propane. This is ether, dimethyl ether. And here this is ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol has more boiling point than ethers due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Present in ethyl alcohol. Okay, here alkanes are, that means propane has more boiling point and melting point than dimethyl ether due to polar bond between here carbon oxygen bond. This is a polar bond. Oxygen more electronegative, so it gets partially negative, it gets partially positive. Due to this weak polar bond, propane, that means alkane, has more boiling point than ethers. Okay, due to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, alcohols are having more boiling point than ethers. This is about the boiling point and melting points of ethers. Physical state. Most of the ethers are volatile liquids due to absence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Then solubility. Okay, here ethers are organic molecules. That means non-polar molecules. Most of the ethers are these are completely soluble in water, and completely soluble in organic solvents. Due to the polar in nature, these are having some dipole moment. Due to the polar in nature, these are completely soluble in water and completely soluble in water due to the polar nature and intermolecular hydrogen bonding between ether molecule and water. Ethers are completely soluble in water. Ether, I am writing ether, CH3, OCH3. This is ether. It forms intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water, ethers are completely soluble in water. Due to non-polar molecules, so these are completely soluble in non-polar solvents. This is about the physical and chemical properties of ethers. Then we'll discuss chemical properties of ethers. In continuation, we'll discuss chemical properties of ether. When we are discussing the chemical properties of ether, here we are discussing two chemical properties. One is electrophilic substitution reaction and aromatic ethers. Second one is chemical properties due to the carbon-oxygen bond breaking. Two chemical properties. One, chemical properties due to carbon-oxygen bond breaking. Second one, electrophilic substitution reactions on aromatic ethers. We'll see these two chemical properties here. First one, chemical properties due to the carbon oxygen bond breaking. Carbon oxygen bond breaking. Suppose, okay, here first you take the reaction with HI. Reaction with HI. Okay, when we are seeing the reactivity of hydrogen halides towards the ethers, okay, HI has more reactivity than HBr than HCl due to the more electronegativity of chlorine and bromine and iodine. Okay, chlorine more electronegative than bromine, bromine more electronegative than iodine. So hydroiodic acid, hydrogen iodide or hydroiodic acid reactivity more towards the, okay, here towards the ethers, towards the ethers. Here I am taking one ether ROR. It reacts with HI. It reacts with HI, forms ROH and RI. That means when ether reacts with hydroiodic acid, forms alcohol and alkyl iodide. Forms alcohol and alkyl iodide. Okay, this is the reaction. Suppose, for example, here I am taking one simple ether, methoxymethane, dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether reacts with HI, forms methyl alcohol and methyl iodide. Okay, here it's simple ether. It's a simple ether, so we'll get methyl alcohol and methyl iodide. If you take methoxyethane, this is not simple ether, this is mixed ether. Okay, unsymmetrical ether. Here two alkyl groups are there, two different alkyl groups are there. Which compounds are formed here when this methoxyethane reacts with HI? When methoxyethane reacts with HI, forms methyl alcohol and ethyl iodide. Forms ethyl iodide. Why this ethyl iodide was formed? Okay, see here simple mechanism for this reaction. Okay, step 1. HI dissociates into H plus and I minus. Okay, here ethers are nucleophilic in character. Nucleophilic in character. These nucleophiles are attacked with the H plus ion in second step. Step 2. This nucleophile, that means ether, CH3O, here we have the lone pair of electron, C2H5, H plus ion, here we have the vacant orbital. Ether, in ethers, in this methoxyethane, oxygen have lone pair of electron. One of lone pair of electron donates H plus ion towards H plus ion and forms oxonium ion, CH3O, it gets positive charge, and here H and here C2H5. C2H5. Here this oxygen hydrogen bonded electrons are transferred towards oxygen. Okay, ethyl oxygen bonded electrons are donated towards oxygen, or methyl oxygen bond electrons donated towards the oxygen, then form the neutral compound. Okay, here methyl donates or ethyl donates. Which donates? Okay, here which donate the electron towards the oxygen. Okay, here for example, methyl donate the electron towards this one and forms methyl carbonium ion. If ethyl donates electron towards the oxygen, forms ethyl carbonium ion. Ethyl carbonium ion is primary carbonium ion. Methyl carbonium ion is not primary carbonium ion. Primary carbonium ion is more stable than methyl carbonium ion. So the reaction proceeds through like that. So here ethyl group donate the electron towards oxygen and form the forms methyl alcohol along with the ethyl carbonium ion. This ethyl carbonium ion reacts with iodide ion. Reacts with iodide ion and forms ethyl iodide. And forms ethyl iodide. Here forms ethyl iodide. This is the reaction. Okay, here reaction proceeds through ethyl carbonium ion. Ethyl carbonium ion is more stable than methyl carbonium ion. That's why here we'll get the ethyl iodide. Instead of methyl iodide, here we'll get the ethyl iodide. Suppose we'll take one more example for this. Okay, here I am taking one more example. Tertiary butyl methyl ether. Tertiary butyl methyl ether. What is the tertiary butyl group? Okay, here 3 methyl groups are attached to tertiary carbon atom. 3 methyl groups are attached to tertiary carbon atom. Okay, here I am taking one more example. CH3 CH3 This is methyl, this is tertiary butyl. Methyl tertiary butyl ether. When it reacts with HI, this tertiary butyl group reacts with the iodine. Why? It provides methyl carbonium ion and tertiary butyl carbonium ion. Tertiary butyl carbonium ion is more stable than methyl carbonium ion. So tertiary butyl group attacks with the iodide ion and forms, okay, here tertiary butyl iodide, and forms tertiary butyl iodide and methyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl iodide and methyl alcohol. Okay, here if you take anisole, this is anisole. When anisole reacts with the HI, here methyl carbonium ion is more stable than phenyl carbonium ion. Phenyl carbonium ion is not resonance stabilized, but methyl carbonium ion, okay, stable, somewhat stable than this one, okay, than phenyl carbonium ion. So we'll get here phenol along with the, okay, here phenol and along with the methyl iodide. These are the reaction. This reaction proceeds through stable carbonium ion. Here it forms phenyl carbonium ion. It forms phenyl carbonium ion and methyl carbonium ion. Methyl carbonium ion is sp3 hybridized carbonium ion. Phenyl carbonium ion, here in phenyl carbonium ion we have the sp2 carbon, sp2 hybridized, okay, carbonium ion. sp3 hybridized carbonium ion is more stable than the sp2 hybridized carbonium ion. That's why this reaction proceeds through stable sp3 hybridized carbonium ion. This is the one chemical property of ether. Okay, chemical property due to the carbon oxygen bond breaking. Okay, next electrophilic substitution reaction. Aromatic ether. The best example for aromatic ether is anisole. The best example for aromatic ether is anisole. Anisole involves in electrophilic substitution reaction. Readily involves in electrophilic substitution reaction. In anisole, we have methoxy functional group. Methoxy functional group is ortho-para-directing group. Methoxy functional group is ortho-para-directing group, electron donating group, ring activating group. Due to the ring activating group, next incoming electrophile attacks at ortho and para position. See anisole, electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, here anisole. This is the anisole. This group, methoxy group. This methoxy group is ortho-para directing group. ortho-para directing group. Electron withdrawing group, electron donating group. It is electron donating group, ortho-para directing group, ring activating group. So next incoming electrophile attacks at ortho position or at para position. Ortho position or at para position. It is a ring activating group, electron donating group. So the electron density increased at ortho position and para position. So here electrophile attacked at ortho position or para position. Okay, and forms different compounds, different ortho-para compounds only, and forms different ortho-para compounds only. Okay, see the resonance structures. When electrophile attacks at ortho position or para position, okay, we'll see the resonance of anisole. Okay, here I am explaining the resonance of anisole. Here anisole, here we have the lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electrons present on oxygen. Oxygen, this group is electron donating group. There, so it donates electrons towards the carbon. Okay, first carbon. Then this carbon electrons are transferred towards next carbon. What happened? Here carbon oxygen. The carbon oxygen donate electrons, so forms double bond. CH3 ISTs, it donates the electrons, so gets the positive charge. Here we get the negative charge, and here bond, here bond. This is the resonance structure 1. Okay, it also involves in resonance. Here electrons are transferred towards the meta position. Okay, meta electrons are transferred towards the para position and forms one more resonance structure. Here forms bonds. Here we get the negative charge. Okay, here bond, here double bond, oxygen, O plus, CH3. Okay, this is the resonance structure 2. Here also electrons are transferred from para position to meta position. One more meta position, and meta position electrons are transferred towards the one more ortho position. Okay, and here we'll get negative charge, double bond, oxygen, positive charge, CH3. This is the resonance structure 3. See here, electron density, negative charge means electron density more. Electron density is more at ortho position, para position and para ortho position. So this group is ortho-para directing group. When any electrophile attacks, it only ortho and para. We'll see in continuation some important electrophilic substitution reaction. First we'll see the halogenation. Here instead of in halogenation, instead of Lewis acid, ferrous chloride, ferric chloride or ferric bromide or ferric iodide, instead of those Lewis acids, here we are using simple acids. Here we are using acetic acid. In presence of acetic acid, this reaction will take place. Why? This ring activating group, O-methoxy group is ring activating group. So easily this halogenation reaction takes place when anisole reacts with, for example, bromine in the presence of acetic acid, weak acid. Okay, it gives bromonium ion. Bromonium ion is electrophile. It attacks at ortho position or it attacks at para position and forms orthobromoanisole. Okay, this is orthobromoanisole and parabromoanisole. Parabromoanisole is 90%. It forms 90% and major product is a minor product. Why it is major product? Due to the symmetry. These two groups are arranged in symmetrical manner, so it is more stable, and major product it is minor product. Okay, here no symmetry. Then in continuation we will see the Friedel-Crafts reaction. Friedel-Crafts reaction means Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. Both reactions are observed in the presence of anhydrous aluminium trichloride. Here we are using anhydrous aluminium trichloride. Why we use anhydrous aluminium trichloride? Instead of anhydrous aluminium trichloride, if you use hydrous aluminium trichloride, what happens? Okay, hydrous aluminium trichloride reacts with ethers and form the alcohols. So we can't use hydrous aluminium trichloride. Okay, instead of hydrous aluminium trichloride, we use anhydrous aluminium trichloride. Okay, then Friedel-Crafts reaction. Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. Okay, here I am taking anisole. For example, okay, here I am taking first, you take alkyl chloride or acetyl chloride, alkyl halide or acetyl halide. Okay, instead of X, I am taking chloride. In the presence of anhydrous aluminium trichloride. First one is, okay, here. First one is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Second one is Friedel-Crafts acylation. Okay, here forms anisole, C double bond, R. Ortho-alkyl anisole, para-alkyl anisole. Ortho-alkyl anisole, para-alkyl anisole. Para-alkyl anisole is major, ortho-alkyl is minor due to symmetry. Here also same, ortho-acetyl anisole, para-acetyl anisole. Okay, para-acetyl is obviously is more stable due to the symmetry. Next we will see nitration. Nitration on anisole. Okay, here I am taking anisole. Okay, this reacts with concentrate nitric acid. Okay, 2 moles of concentrate sulfuric acid at low temperature. Okay, forms orthonitroanisole. This is orthonitroanisole. It is a minor. Along with this, para-nitroanisole was formed. This para-nitroanisole is more stable and major product due to the symmetry. Okay, these are the electrophilic substitution reactions of aromatic ethers and chemical properties of ether. Preparation, physical properties and chemical properties of ethers. This is about the second organic chemistry chapter. Then, okay, in continuation, we will discuss third chapter, that is aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid in next class. Thank you.